You guys, La Roach is here.
Hi.
I'm so excited that you're here.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
And I have to say off the bat that you're like different than I thought you were going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
In what way?
That I like was a little intimidated at the thought of you. And then I'm like, you're so disarming once you meet you.
Okay.
Do you get that sometimes?
No, I get that a lot of times. People have this thing that I'm going to be like this diva, like this, nose in the air, whatever. I can't be touched. I can't be bothered. I am nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
No.
I don't know if I thought diva, but maybe just like, maybe more guarded or like more.
Well, maybe I will be guarded.
I know. Maybe you're gonna, like, my walls are about to crack.
Right. You haven't started asking questions yet, so maybe.
Well, it's going to be chill. So you're in town for the CFDAs this time?
I was, yeah.
How was that?
CFDAs is always nice. It's always like all your fashion friends, we all get together and, celebrate each other.
So, because I was going to ask, because I remember it being super, like, prestigious getting an invite to that, right? And now, like, you see some people that are maybe not as much in the fashion industry, not A-listers. How do you feel about that? Like,
I think it's great. I think just celebrating our community. So what it is, I think, is like some of the brands have tables. And they bring people that aren't so closely related to fashion just to give them that experience. And I think that's great. I think that fashion should be not so behind the red, red velvet ropes. Yeah, I think so. Should be a little bit more inclusive.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking.
Tell me.
No, I was just like, there's some things that have such a like prestigious vibe where you're like, wow, like to get an invite to that's like chic. That's. And then, like you say, it gets opened up to, like, maybe influencers and aren't so much in fashion. But I love that you love it. I was wondering if you were judging it.
I just think that for me, trying so hard and working so hard to be in this industry and accept it and also to thrive in this industry, like, who am I to say that somebody shouldn't be somewhere, right? Because that's the same. That's the way people looked at me when I first started. So I would be contradicting everything that I stand for to say, oh, they don't deserve to be here.
That's so true. Yeah. That's such a healthy mindset, unlike my own. So you said seeing all your fashion friends. So you're friends with like other stylists and...
Yeah.
A little?
Yeah, a little. I mean, it's a community. And so, it's people that I've worked with over the years, designers and just, people that some former clients and people that you just been in these rooms with for so long. And like, it's nice to everybody be dressed up and to see each other and also celebrate people. Like I wore Willie Chavaria and he actually won the Menswear Designer of the Year. And so it was really great to be dressed by him, there with him, like people that you've rooted for.
Right, because it's not just like... I saw there were so many that were honored, like that you won in 2022, right?
Yes.
The inaugural
Stylist Award.
Yeah.
The only one. Nobody's won it since.
Damn. How long does that stay? Like, is there
Hopefully forever. I want to be the only one.
That's amazing. I hope that you are.
Yeah.
And you were also here, I saw, for that bureau, Tom Holland's bureau.
No, I wasn't here. I actually was in Morocco, but I dressed Zendaya and she was there.
Oh, because you had that really good vid.
Yeah.
That you posted it, right?
Yeah.
Of her dress.
Yeah.
So because Tom was wearing a similar color. Do you ever dress him?
So I used to dress Tom before I retired. I dressed Tom for 3 years. So like all the Spider-Man press tour, all that stuff. So I did all that. Used to dress him and Zendaya together. And when I retired, I don't know the right word, but my assistant became his stylist. My assistant, Crystal Cox, became his stylist.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So she's one of my fashion babies. So,
you love that.
I love him and I love her. And I wanted to make sure that he went to someone that could take care of him and understand his needs. And so she had worked with him over the years. So it was just like an easy, nice transition for both of them.
So that's so cool if you guys think about it, because we know how you dress Zendaya, right? And it could be very like out there, different looks that are daring and stuff. And then you have Tom Holland, who's more straightforward and more conservative in a way.
Tom's a boy's boy. Like he's a boy.
Yeah,
right? You know what I mean.
And like you do both, and that just shows you like the job of a stylist.
Yeah, you have to have range. If you're good at it, you have to have range.
Yeah,
because Tom is British, so he grew up wearing suits. He's, you know, the Brits are really into tailoring and the fit of things. And so, yeah, so he's different in that aspect. So I just found something that worked for him and created, kind of like cultivated a style for him that worked. And now Crystal is working with him, and the style is changing a little bit. It's changing to more who he is right now in his life. And it's just, it's so great to watch someone who worked for me and was trained by me to be successful.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
This is a very important alert. You can now shop Brooklinen's luxury bedding and bath essentials at Bloomingdale's. This is huge, and I'll tell you why. You feel much more comfortable to buy at stores that you know. The minute I heard that Brooklinen's luxury bedding and bath essentials are now available at Bloomingdale's, I freaked out. So you can literally go online or in store at bloomingdales.com, and you can experience the comfort and quality Brooklinen is known for. Now at Bloomingdale's, I got so much cool Brooklinen stuff over the years, like from bedding to bath towels and robes. Like whenever I wear that waffle towel on my head that you guys are obsessed with, is Brooklinen. Like Brooklinen has such good stuff, and you probably know them from social media. They garnered a huge following on Instagram and social because it's such a favorite among decor enthusiasts and influencers, because they're all showcasing how Brooklinen elevates their bedrooms and bathrooms. And now, like I said, you can literally get it at Bloomingdale's at one of your favorite stores. You shop there anyway, and now you can just easily add to cart one of your other favorite brands, Brooklinen. So right now, when you shop Brooklinen at Bloomingdale's online, you can use code NOTSKINNY20 and you can get 20% off your purchase. So Brooklinen is at Bloomingdale's online and in store, but if you go online, you can use code NOTSKINNY20 and get 20% off your purchase. You're welcome. It's the most wonderful time of year, holidays on the house at DraftKings Casino. With this season's offerings, you'll unwrap everything on your list, exclusive games, huge jackpots, and exciting rewards. DraftKings is offering a warm welcome to new players with $100 instantly in casino credits with just a $10 wager. Plus, everyone can get in on the action with a holiday reward every week. So sign up with code NOTSKINNY because the holiday cheer is here, only on DraftKings Casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus, physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, only void in Ontario. Eligibility restrictions apply. New customers only. Opt-in required. Casino credits are non-withdrawable and expire in 168 hours. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. The other day, I put this onesie on Lenny, and then husband went to change him, and he was like, "Oh my God, what is this?" And I was like, "It's a Magnetic Me onesie." And he was literally shocked. He was like, "What is this incredible startup? Like, how haven't I thought of it? How aren't all our freaking onesies made with magnet closures that make dressing time quick and easy?" And I say this example about my husband because women, we can do everything. I can change a baby like with my eyes closed, no matter what clothes they're wearing. With husbands, like whenever it was like husband's night, which we don't do that anymore, we don't switch off nights, but I would have to make sure Lenny is in like the most easy access onesie, so it's not too hard for him, God forbid, to change him in the middle of the night. And now that we have Magnetic Me with magnetic closures, he's like, where has this been my entire life? Because it takes so much less time to freaking change your baby and obviously makes it so much easier. You guys, make changing time easier for you and your baby, because obviously it's annoying for them if you're like zipping up on their bodies, like catching their little skin or taking forever to button. Make changing time easier for you and your baby so you can spend more time on the things that you love, like ordering more Magnetic Me. Order Magnetic Me today. You can order for yourself, or guess what? It's a great gift for any parent. They'd be happy to get this. Change their lives. Go to magneticme.com. New customers will get 15% off their first order. Don't wait. That's magneticme.com. Do you ever try to push your clients? Let's say Tom Holland, right? And he's more like, I'm used to suits. Are you ever like, try this bell bottom?
Never.
Really?
No, I I don't think that's what a real stylist does. You don't change people, right? You just elevate them, right? And so maybe it's not a bell bottom that I led him towards, but maybe it's just a different color combination in a silhouette that he understood, but just a different color that he had never worn before. So I think those are the tiny little pushes that you want. You don't want somebody to completely become someone else because they won't be comfortable, they won't be confident. And our job is to have our clients as confident and as comfortable as possible so they can just get out and be who they are and be the superstar that they are and not think about the clothes.
What they're wearing.
Yeah.
When you say comfortable, do you actually care about comfort? Because...
No. I mean...
Because I was like, what do you mean
like
by comfortable?
Comfortable in your own skin,
yes.
not so much comfortable in the clothes.
I got you. Yeah. And that is true. Because if you're wearing something that you feel like isn't you, then you'll be like thinking about it the whole time.
Touching it, and people notice that.
And people notice that. But okay, we have to go back to this. You keep on saying, I'm retired, but I did this. I'm retired, but I did that. Yeah. So what is it though? Are you retired or are you not retired?
So I am, let's say 95% retired from being a stylist. When I retired, I had 12 clients. I carried 12, 15 clients of the biggest stars in the world through music, through Hollywood, through sports, Lewis Hamilton, Venus Williams, Zendaya, Kerry Washington, all these people. And so I stepped back from all of that. And so now I only work with Zendaya and Celine Dion because these are two women who really changed my life and changed the trajectory of my career and really made me who I am today. So it's like, how could I say no? And Zendaya's like my sister, so I just couldn't say no. She probably punched me in the face.
Was she like, you're not leaving me?
Oh, no, she did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very serious about it.
Like, you can retire, but not for me.
She was very serious about it.
Wow. So it's like retired with an asterisk.
Correct.
Okay, because let's remember, we all remember, which I can't believe this is now a year ago, right? Yes. Almost a year that you said... March. You got upset about something, right? And was that really the catalyst though? Like that moment that happened for you to retire, was it like building up? It
was building. People don't really understand that a stylist, that it's a service job because people think it's glamorous, right? People like, oh, you get to be with celebrities and you get to fly here on private jets and the clothes and the diamonds. And I think it's really, really glamorous and it's probably one of the most non-glamorous jobs, and people don't know that, right? And so it was just me being of service to people in that way. It's no different from the gardener or the babysitter or the chef or the housekeeper. It's the same thing. I'm just carrying clothes and not a mop, right? But I'm on call 24 hours a day. Whenever they need something, I'm picking up the phone. If they say, I'm going to New York, I need you to be in New York tomorrow, I'm calling my agent, we're booking a flight. And I just was, and that part started getting to me. And also, feeling disposable, at any time they can choose to go to somewhere else. So, and then it's always, optically, it's always looked at it like it's our fault. And now I'm speaking for all stylists, right? So it's that burden that you're carrying. And it's, and it's also me being black and being in a space where there's not a lot of people that look like me and wearing that burden of I have to be 10 times better than the others and work harder.
But you did those things.
I did those things with this burden, right? And so it got to me and I was tired of carrying that burden and tired of being of service. And so I started to figure out ways to be of service to people in a different way that filled me up instead of depleting me. And so that's why I am now in my life.
How did your other clients feel about it?
I mean, there's a lot of people that felt the way about it.
Yeah.
And some were really nice and called me and made sure I was okay mentally and everything. And, some said it would have been nice for me to say something to them, but I didn't know I was going to do that. It was impromptu.
Oh, you mean they saw the Instagram
like everybody else? Zendaya too. No one knew.
Wow.
No one knew. Zendaya texted me. She was like, "Well, you probably could have called me." And it was just at that point I was so overcome with emotion and I was crying, and I really wrote it because I wanted the phone to stop ringing.
You wrote it with intention. It wasn't like you don't regret it. It was like, I'm putting this out there and then you would kind of be.
Yeah, I just didn't know that
it
it was going to turn into what it turned into. Like, it turned into this huge news story.
It did.
That actually stuck around for a while, which I was surprised about. But I just, at that moment, it was like, it was so many, the Met Gala was coming, and people were calling, and you know, my agent was calling, a publicist was calling, and it was all these things, and I was just like, I just want to have some peace. But when I said it, then I was like, okay, now I have to stand in it because I said it.
Right? Like, take accountability for your
right.
Yeah.
And so I said it, and so when I did that, I know that I made the right decision.
So you feel good about that decision.
I feel great about it. It's the best thing I ever did in my life.
Wow. So then I'm really happy
yeah.
for you.
Thank you.
And then you clarified, you said, y'all really think I'm breaking up with Z? We are forever.
Yeah, because
she's my little sister, and it's real love, not the fake industry love.
Right.
Which is a little zingering towards someone that we don't know. Like, will we ever know what happened that time with the Met Gala? What client pissed you off? Like, will you ever...
Yeah, we'll probably know when the memoir comes out.
Memoir...
I'm not writing a memoir right now, just to be clear. But,
yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a story that should be told. It should, you know, but I'm just in a place where I am still in the industry. I still have a lot of respect for the industry that made me who I am. But when it's time for me to tell my complete story, yes, I will definitely tell the story.
And you wanted to focus on your mental and physical health. Like, were you able to do that? Do you feel at a better place?
Yeah, I was depressed for a while after the retirement because I just didn't know who I was outside of being, you know, Law Roach the stylist, Law Roach the image architect, you know, so I had to find me and figure me out and learn how to love me and find joy and happiness. And I figured out, one of my biggest lessons is I figured out that happiness is a habit and you have to work on it. Just like, you know, you want to work on, you know, eating well and exercising. It's a habit, you know what I mean? And I had to figure out that happiness was as well, and I have to work on it. And so every day I work on being happy. I wake up happy even when people piss me off. I rebound for it and say it's not worth sacrificing my happiness for that. And, you know, it feels so good. You know what they even say, you guys?
They even say that if you smile, like if you fake smile, you can trick your brain.
Yeah.
And you can actually do that as an exercise.
Yeah, because your brain doesn't know the difference.
Right.
Your brain doesn't know the difference.
And you are right. Like, it's a habit. It's not a choice. Like, you're right. You can be depressed. You can have bad days. But there are choices you can make maybe to not get as upset as you would about something. But when did your fashion interest start?
When I was a little boy. I'm just obsessed with women. I am so obsessed with women, and I think being a woman is an art form. And as a young boy, I knew that I wanted to play a part in that some type of way. It took me a long time to figure out that styling and clothes would be it, but I just used to love to just see women be women, and the makeup and the hair and, you know, getting dressed up, and I, you know, I'm really, really obsessed with the women that is like who it's like a 24-hour thing for them. It's like they're always done.
Yeah.
You know? I just heard a story. I forgot who it was, but they said that their husband had never saw them without makeup.
You love that.
I love. I love.
Yeah.
Yeah. The just, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I knew from a young age that I just thought that women were these things, these beings that needed to be celebrated. And I wanted to figure out a way that I could be a part of that.
Did you ever think of other avenues like hair or cosmetology? Like,
makeup. Like, my mother used to let me do a lot of things, which I'm thankful for her.
Yeah.
Like, she would let me play and put makeup on her and everything, but that never really hit for me.
Yeah.
You know?
So
I wish I did, though, because I could have been like Pat McGrath, I think. Could you imagine? I've been so successful as a makeup artist.
Well, you're so successful as a stylist.
Yeah.
Are you a grass is greener type of guy? Like, do you think, because you're saying I could have been like Pat. Yeah. But like, people want to be like you.
Yeah. No. I think my life is. Okay. I think I've been living the life that I'm supposed to live. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm very happy. Okay. Good. Yeah. I was just thought about it because I've never told anybody that story before. So I'm like, shit, maybe I could have been. Yeah. Maybe it could have been like La Roach Cosmetics. Still could be. Good. Right.
Still could be.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're saying your mom was supportive from the get? like when you showed interest in these things?
Yeah, I think my mom let me do a lot of stuff, including play with Barbies, because she really just wanted me to babysit my little sisters.
How many sisters do you have?
2. I have 2 younger sisters.
And you're the oldest?
I'm the oldest of 5.
Uh-huh.
So 2 younger sisters, 2 younger brothers, and you know, me playing with Barbies with my sisters kept them occupied. So I think she kind of just like took advantage of me in that space, but she still let me do it, right?
Yeah.
So, and I always say that Barbie was my first client.
So did you love the movie Barbie and like everything?
I didn't see the movie. Can you believe that?
Yeah, I can believe that. But like, she was your favorite thing, you're saying.
She was my favorite thing,
and you still, maybe you didn't want to see it so it wouldn't ruin her for you.
This is true.
Oh, it is true?
Yeah, I just didn't want to ruin my, you know, who I think Barbie is.
Really? Mm-hmm. Kind of love that. What? How? Law. No, we don't have that much time. That's why I got upset. Sorry, guys.
I'm sorry.
No. I got upset that we're running out. Okay. We're gonna get through everything we want to get.
Why
through.
do we just? Is it you just lose the studio? Or you
think? Okay.
Well, just book some more time. I'll pay for it. Come
no,
on.
I would. Somebody else is coming, but don't worry.
Okay.
Well, no, but hold on. We have till 4, so we'll just leave 5 minutes. What 3:45? What 3? No. Okay.
Yeah,
see
please.
What you can do.
Yeah, because it's my fault, and if whatever it costs, it's fine.
No, don't worry about it. Okay, so your mom was always supportive. Mm-hmm. Then I saw that you owned a used clothing shop.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Just like obsession with thrift stores. Like everything I'm wearing now is thrifted.
Stop.
Yeah, the boots
you
are
have to
from
do
eBay.
videos. Are you?
No, I'm not really good at that. I'm gonna get better at that. But yeah, everything I have on is used.
That you find.
Yeah, I found it myself. Yeah.
What are some good thrift stores?
Well, it's always like, I don't know thrift stores in New York, but in Chicago, when I was thrifting, it was like Salvation Army was one. It was like Value Village. It was like, you know.
Wait, that's so cool.
And you would go to the neighborhoods where people weren't looking for like, you'll go to the neighborhoods where people was looking because they really needed a winter coat, right? They wasn't looking for a vintage Yves Saint Laurent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you can find that? Like you...
Of course.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then, so you said before that the turning point is when Kanye visited.
Yeah.
In 2009. Like randomly because he's from Chicago?
Yeah, and one of my best friends was really close friends with him. And so he popped in to say hello, and then it became like a news story, and so I started to get all these calls from stylists. I'm like, okay, so this is a viable job, right? Like people are really making money all around the world doing this, and so I'm like, so I want to do it too, and I just start calling myself that.
So then how did you get going? Like how did you get your first client? Who was your first client?
My first client was a R&B singer named K. Michelle. She was signed to Atlantic Records at the time.
Yeah.
And they hired me to do her album rollout. So I did her album cover and like music videos, and I had no idea what I was doing.
Wait, did you study at any point or nothing?
No.
But how do you even, to the store, how do you even open a shop, get the used clothes? Like how old were you when you did that?
I was young, but I was just a hustler. And I was a bartender. That was my main source of income. So I would take my bartender money, spend it in a thrift store, get alterations, sell it out the trunk of my car. And when that became a decent business, then we opened up a small shop.
Yeah.
And then, you know, one thing led to another.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So then from that first client, it kind of is
so I was doing her, then I met Zendaya. And so then then I moved to LA to kind of like be with Zendaya full time.
How did you meet her? I
met her through a family friend. Just happened to be a client of Deliciously Vintage. And
this was before Euphoria,
No, this is her first season of Shake It Up on the Disney Channel.
Wow.
Yeah, she was a baby.
So you're with her since then. Uh-huh. So you really saw her evolve.
No, we evolved together.
We
grew up together 13 years.
And then I saw that you had mentioned before that if there were designers that didn't want to work with her from the beginning, you're not giving them another chance.
Yeah.
You still stand by that?
No, I mean, I don't really. I mean that podcast, that part blew up. But that's something I had said years ago, and she just asked that question, and that is the way I felt years ago. But now, you know, it is what it is. You know.
Yeah. No, I can feel that. I think it's a debate, right? Because sometimes you want the opportunity, but at the same time, like you want to stand on your moral ground.
The thing about it is that there's a lot of beautiful clothes in the world. And I learned that early in my career. Yeah. And I would rather give an emerging designer, someone who's just started and that makes beautiful things the opportunity rather than running and chasing behind some big brand just because other people think it's cool.
Right. I love that. You guys, listen, at the end of the day, these Kardashians, they know what they're doing. And especially, I have to say, my girl Khloe, because her Good American jeans are just amazing. I love when a celebrity brand actually takes off and has a life of its own. It's not like, oh, this is Khloe Kardashian's. No, it's Good American. Like, they are great jeans. They fit well. They are quality jeans. They feel good. They're like nice and thick. Like, I just love that they're real jeans, and I love that they're made for all body types because they fit like a dream. And this is actually wild because their Always Fits jeans are super cool because they actually fit a variety of sizes, and because they have this like incredible stretch and it moves with your body, like no matter what you're doing. It literally feels like these jeans were made for me. You never have to worry about them losing shape or feeling too tight. And again, what I love so much about Good American is like literally it's all about inclusivity, and it's all about really creating denim that feels as good as it looks and catering to all body types. You can shop now at goodamerican.com. And this is exciting, you guys. There is a promo code. It's not skinny, and it will get you $50 off your first pair. So don't forget to use my promo code not skinny for $50 off your first pair. And don't forget to select podcast at checkout and choose my show, Not Skinny But Not Fat, to let them know I sent ya. You're welcome, Coco. It's wild the amount of times I get messages on Instagram being like, what's your Nutrafol code? Please send it to me. But listen, it's no surprise that I get asked for my Nutrafol code all the time, because most of you that have followed me forever know that after I had Noah, I was like, hello, I need some help with this thinning and shedding. So I started taking it, and I saw a very obvious difference. Obviously, it takes a little bit of time, so you have to be pretty consistent with it, but you do see results. When I got pregnant with Lenny, I literally had my postpartum Nutrafol bottles lined up, which, yes, that means that it's breastfeeding friendly. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand. It's trusted by over 1 million people. You can see thicker, stronger, and faster growing hair with less shedding in just 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. So whether you're gifting one to yourself or a loved one, give the gift of great hair growth this holiday season. Right now, Nutrafol is offering my listeners $10 off any order. Enjoy free shipping when you subscribe. Go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code NOTSKINNYGIFT. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com. The promo code is NOTSKINNYGIFT. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code NOTSKINNYGIFT. An interesting thing about you is that you suggested, tell me if this is completely wrong, that you identify as aromantic.
Yes.
Is that still how you feel?
Yes.
Okay, very interesting, because I haven't heard about this, but you said it's something where you don't really feel the desire to have a romantic love.
No. I just really as
what?
No, as a young boy, I always felt like I never, you know how you grow up, you picture yourself, your wedding day, and this person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, and like you want to wake up with and talk to all day, FaceTime and all that. I just never, ever had a craving for that. Still to this day. And I always say, like, if the universe puts that in my life, I'm fine with it. I'm open to it, but it's not something that I'm praying for at night.
That you ever were?
Never.
Wow.
I've never been in a serious relationship, ever.
Ever? Never. But does that mean that you can't be in unserious relationships? Like, does that mean you're not interested in those either?
I mean, I'm interested in, having fun sometimes. Yeah. But I'm not, I can have fun and then never talk to you again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But like in friendships, you're different.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's like romance is one.
Yeah, I feel like I was put on this earth to be loved in a certain type of way. Like, I've been doing all these things for my book and meeting all these people, and when they tell me how much that I mean to them and how they love me in that way, that gives me a sense of purpose. And I love being loved that way. And writing my book and starting the School of Style is my way of giving people and showing people my love and with opportunities and helping people.
Let's talk about your book.
Sure.
How to Build a Fashion Icon.
Yes.
So tell me, how do we build a fashion icon?
So the title of the book is very deceptive because it's not about fashion at all. It's about confidence, and it's about building yourself into becoming an icon of whatever you do. You know, like making yourself an icon in your podcast, right? You know what I mean? It's about the confidence to be able to do whatever you want to do when you want to do it.
Yeah.
And there are ways to use fashion to help build that confidence or maintain it. But the book is not about fashion. Like, there's no fashion tips in the book. So if people are looking for that, you're going to be disappointed.
Well, I read that there are, because I didn't get the book. I don't know who we're blaming, but it ain't me. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't get, no, it's okay. I didn't get the book, so I didn't get to read it. But I read that it is about tips and tricks and memorable styling moments. Is that not in there?
That's not true. There is anecdotes about clients.
Yeah.
Like, I write about clients throughout my career, but it's also about their confidence and how, you know, I was able to help them build confidence, whether it's in just situational or in life period, right? And so that's what it's about. But there's no like, oh, you shouldn't wear that color because it's not good for your skin tone.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that.
Were you always confident?
Yes.
You were.
From
So
a very young age.
Wow. What do you think it's from your mom? Like, how?
No, I think it's because I grew up in a tough neighborhood and my last name is Roach.
That is a last name.
Right. You know what I mean? So it's like I had to have some tough skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of built your own confidence.
Yeah.
So you know how to teach other people to kind of help them.
Yeah, and it's not like you sit someone down and be like, "Oh, let me teach you how to be confident."
Yeah.
It's arming them with different tools and tricks to help them find it on their own.
Give me a good one.
So one of my favorites is to find your power piece, and that's a piece of clothing that you already own that you know exactly how it makes you feel, right? And you know how it makes you look. You know, you maybe got a lot of compliments last time you wore it or the time before you wore it. And if you wake up and you're not feeling confident, right? You put that on, and what it does, it has the powers to transform your mood and make you feel better because you already know how you look. And a lot of times, if we don't go out the house feeling confident, then your head is going to be in your closet all day.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and also encourage people to re-wear their clothes. I think it's stupid that we think that we can't repeat stuff anymore.
Do you repeat stuff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because you are right. There's those comfort clothes that you know if you put them on, you're going to feel good. So you're saying if you want to like feel confident, start there.
Right.
But also you are very into like experimenting with different.
Yeah, that's in the book too. It's like go into a department store, try on a bunch of things that you don't think you'll like, because what happens is just like our palette for food matures, our palette for fashion and style matures. So every now and again you have to test your palette out.
Yeah. I love that this is like part self-help, part manifesto, part it's like a bunch of different things in this book. And it's out already, right?
Yes.
How to Build a Fashion Icon. You guys should check it out. You even like personal anecdotes too, right?
Yes, a lot of personal anecdotes. So there's a lot of part of me, how I grew up, and you know, a lot of things like that in the book. But at the end of every chapter, there are assignments and kind of like action items for you to kind of like use these things to build confidence.
Oh, that's amazing. We need that in today's day and age with social media and everyone comparing themselves to each other. I have to ask you this question that I've had for a long time. So red carpets became really different over the past few years, I would say, or over the past like 20 years. But today there's this thing of dressing like on theme with the movie, which what do you think about it? I mean, you did it though for Dune.
I did it for my whole entire career.
Oh, now I see. Ding, ding, ding. I see why the eyes went like that.
No, I've always done it. So we've always done it. Now it has a name. Now it's called method dressing.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's something that
so you've always done it, and now it kind of caught wind.
Yes.
So you're into it.
Yeah. I didn't create it.
Yes, you did.
I didn't create it.
Okay.
But I did make it trendy.
When is the first time you remember doing it?
Oh, we did it. Zendaya at Greatest Showman, Zendaya for all the Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
right, for all the Spider... That is true.
Yeah, we've always done it.
Okay, guys, I'm going to translate. Law invented it, and now everybody that's doing it is basically copying. I said that, and I am, just to be clear.
Yeah.
The Met Gala, how far in advance do you start working on something?
Well, it depends on when you get an invite. So, if you have a designer that wants to work with one of your clients, you start pretty early.
Yeah.
But sometimes, people get invites last minute, so it just depends.
It depends.
Yeah.
Do you like going?
Oh, yeah, I do.
You do?
I do.
It doesn't stress you out? I know a lot of people, it's like their most stressed time of the year.
It is stress. It's that walk up those stairs is a lot. It's a lot of cameras but I just think I like the chaos of it. I think it's fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's the confidence speaking. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I have another question. A lot of stylists are in the backstage, right?
Yeah.
We don't see them. We may know their names.
Yeah.
With you are pretty front facing. Is
Yeah.
that a decision you made? Is that a choice did you want that? Did that kind of happen?
Well, it just started to kind of happen because I've also done a bunch of reality television. Mm-hmm. So I did 2 seasons of America's Next Top Model. I was on a show called Legendary for 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. And then I just did OMG Fashion with Julia Fox for a season.
Yeah.
And so that was part of it. But I also always had an exit plan. Like, I know I didn't want to be a stylist for the rest of my life. And I think when you become public facing, you just get more opportunities to do other things. And so I've always I always had that in the back of my mind. And then with Zendaya, she always, like, if I'm dressing her for a carpet, she always be like, come take a picture with me. And so that started to happen.
And you're her date for like a lot of the stuff.
Yeah. Me and her assistant, Darnell.
That's you and her what?
Assistant Darnell. It's like a throuple.
Oh, but that's smart because you're right. Like, if you want a backup plan. So this was all like premeditated, like this is in your mind. It didn't just like happen. We're like, oh, I'm glad that I was, people know me. So,
right.
But it was kind of like in the back of your mind.
Yeah, I started doing reality TV in 2017.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's, and me, and I think also me, my fame or whatever is also a product of the work. Like, people just really enjoy the work and, are entertained by the work. And
that's why everyone was so sad when you posted that post.
Yeah, and it's just curious. Everybody just kind of like wanted to know who was the person behind the thing. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to do some quick cues, some fashion cues. One trend you're ready for it to be over.
One trend I'm ready for it to be over. I don't know.
Are you really anti skinny jeans like Gen Z is?
I'm not anti anything.
Okay.
Like, I think people should wear whatever they want to wear. Whatever makes you feel good.
Don't
and
look
happy
me up and down,
beautiful.
Law. Okay, I don't know what I put on today.
You do. You chose that.
Okay. Law. I saw that you were like, I don't know what I'm anti.
No, there's no shade.
Okay.
No, you chose that. You chose your outfit for a reason. I like it. I think you look beautiful.
Thank you, Law. Yeah. He did say that before. I don't know if you caught it.
Before you start filming, I told you.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Okay. One essential that everyone should have in their closet.
A beautiful coat. A beautiful dress coat. I cannot stand to see women dressed up with like a parka or a puffer coat.
But what do we do if it's cold?
Crazy.
No puffer?
They make long, nice trench coats. Wool. It's really warm. Yeah. Vintage fur.
You're right, because a trench, even if you're wearing like sweatpants, can make it look sexy. Yeah. Okay. I hear you. Okay. Favorite color of the season?
I love neutrals. I love grays, beige.
Most creative fashion house of the season?
Schiaparelli.
Oh, you're not going to style anybody next. Okay. So you're never... Is there anybody that would make you come out of retirement aside from Zendaya and Celine Dion?
Kamala Harris.
Okay. Manifest. Did you ever have a red carpet mistake, like something that went wrong?
Oh, yeah, myself. Somebody should Google me at the CFDA Awards
What year? Last year?
Last year, I looked crazy.
What, you regret it?
No, I don't regret it. It was fun. It was a choice.
It was a choice.
Yeah.
Okay, Google right away. What was the first designer you ever bought?
Yves Saint Laurent.
Is there any, like, what's your biggest pet peeve with a client? Like, the thing that, like, annoys you the most about styling?
their management.
Okay, we know. Law, thank you so much for coming on. Everybody, go get a copy of Law's book.
Yes.
It's out now.
Yes.
And thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.